More weight equals more power. I'm coming for you, Tyson.
Ah! Terrible.
Derek, what the fuck?
That's not my fault. That's not my.
I know he's in his prime, he's fat.
I'm not fat.
He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky.
Welcome back to Quick Rundowns. Today, we're diving into one of the most ridiculous rivalries in boxing. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Yes, you heard that right. The problem child trying to take on the baddest man on the planet. Honestly, it's like watching a toddler try to tackle a bear. Let's break it down. First off, can we talk about Jake Paul's antics? I mean, who does he think he is? This kid waltzes around like he's the king of the ring, spraying prime on Mike Tyson like it's holy water. I get it, he wants attention, but dude, you're not in a playground anymore. This is boxing, not a YouTube prank. And then there's the way he tries to throw punches at Tyson in those videos. It's like watching a puppy try to bark at a lion. Jake, my man, you've got to realize Mike Tyson isn't just any fighter, he's a legend. The man could probably knock you out in his sleep. You can't intimidate someone who has literally spent decades intimidating. Now, don't get me wrong, I respect Jake for stepping into the ring and trying to carve out his own path. But this isn't just a boxing match, it's a lesson in humility. Tyson has faced the best of the best, and let's be real, Jake's just not in that league yet. I mean, calling Tyson out while munching on fast food? That's peak Jake Paul.
I know he's in his prime, he's fat.
I'm not
He
fat.
should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky.
He's heavyweight.
He's fat.
Fuck you, Mike.
I don't know if he's in his prime, he's fat. He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt up the other day, he's fat.
Right there. It's like he's living in his own little reality show.
Doesn't stand a fucking chance!
And then we have the ultimate showdown of training footage. Jake training hard, looking like he's actually taking it seriously this time. But come on, can we really trust a guy who's been known for his social media theatrics? Meanwhile, Tyson is out there, still looking like a beast at his age, proving that experience counts. He's not just training, he's reminding the world that he's still Mike Tyson. But let's not forget the recent comments from Tyson about Jake's lack of respect. That's where things get serious. Tyson's not just some washed-up fighter trying to cling to fame. He's a boxing icon with a legacy. And Jake, well, he's playing the role of the spoiled kid who thinks he can get away with anything. Spoiler alert, he can't. It's almost painful to watch. The way Jake uses sarcasm, trying to downplay Tyson's experience, is just cringeworthy. Like when he called Tyson fat while he was stuffing his face with burgers. Newsflash, Jake, you're not exactly the picture of fitness either. You can't throw stones when your own house is made of glass. And speaking of fitness, can we talk about the fight itself? Tyson is preparing for this clash like it's his last stand. He's not just training, he's sharpening his skills and getting into fight shape. Meanwhile, Jake's throwing around his bottle of Prime like it's a magic potion that'll give him superpowers. Spoiler alert, it won't. And what about the odds? Joe Rogan said Tyson would have an easy win, and honestly, I can't see it any other way. I mean, when you've got a legend who knows every trick in the book against a guy who's still figuring out how to tie his shoelaces in the ring, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's almost sad. So what's the takeaway here? Jake Paul is entertaining, I'll give him that. He's made a name for himself through sheer audacity. But when it comes to stepping into the ring with a true heavyweight like Mike Tyson, he's in over his head. This isn't just a fight, it's a masterclass. And I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. This ain't a game, he warned, his voice dripping with authority. It was a stark reminder that behind the jovial exterior, Mike Tyson was a man who had faced the fiercest fighters in the world, a champion with a legacy etched in the annals of boxing history. As the days passed after the Cowboys game, Jake channeled the tension into his training regimen. The gym became his sanctuary, where sweat mixed with determination as he honed his skills. Each punch that landed on the pads reverberated with a fierce intensity, a testament to his dedication. Jake pushed himself harder than ever, fueled by the need to prove that he was not just a social media star, but a legitimate fighter capable of standing toe-to-toe with a boxing icon like Mike Tyson. I'm ready for whatever Mike throws at me. This is my moment, he declared to the camera, a fiery determination in his eyes. Meanwhile, the media couldn't get enough of the growing rivalry. Clips of Jake's antics juxtaposed with serious interviews of Mike painted a picture of a young man trying to stake his claim against a titan of the sport. It was a spectacle that captivated audiences, and the stakes only seemed to rise. In one particular moment, Jake lounged on a couch, fast food spread out before him, as he watched Mikey on a podcast discussing his thoughts on Jake's physique. He's lean, but also kind of fat. He needs to focus on discipline. Mikey's voice echoed through the room. Frustration bubbled inside Jake as he listened to Mikey's comments. Tossing aside a burger, he shouted at the screen, "Yo, Mike, you think I'm playing?" Just wait, it was a defiant response, one that showed his unwillingness to back down. The irony of Jake's fast food consumption while preparing for a fight was not lost on the viewers, but it only fueled the narrative. Jake was a man who thrived on controversy, even as he trained for the biggest fight of his life. Mike Tyson, on the other hand, was relentless in his training, channeling his fury into every punch. In a dimly lit gym, surrounded by reporters, he paced back and forth, visibly furious at Jake's antics. "That kid thinks he can disrespect me and get away with it. This isn't a joke," he exclaimed, his voice booming like thunder. He stopped, locking eyes with the camera, intensity radiating from him. "Jake, you're gonna regret every sarcastic word you've thrown my way. This is serious business." As the fight date approached, experts weighed in on the potential outcome. A roundtable discussion featured professional fighters and Joe Rogan, who analyzed the upcoming bout with keen insight. "Mike is a legend for a reason," Joe asserted, leaning forward in his chair. "Jake might be fast, but he's stepping into the ring with a true fighter. Experience is everything." Fighter 1 nodded in agreement. "Jake's got heart, but heart doesn't win fights. Mike will make quick work of him," he stated confidently. Fighter 2 chimed in, emphasizing the mental aspect of the game. "If Jake doesn't respect the game, he's in for a rude awakening." The consensus among the fighters was clear. Jake would need more than just speed and bravado to take down a man with Mike Tyson's pedigree. As the days ticked away, anticipation built to a fever pitch. Jake's training montages filled social media feeds, showcasing his relentless dedication. He was running, shadowboxing, and visualizing victory, each clip designed to build momentum and hype. Meanwhile, Mikey was hard at work too, hitting heavy bags with a ferocity that sent ripples through the boxing community. He was a force of nature, a man who had weathered countless storms in the ring and emerged victorious.
Same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
When you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous.
Here we are. Yeah, you know, here we are. You fought against yourself and you won today.
Yes.
Look at the way he reacts. Days like that make a lot of difference in life. He fought against himself today. He came, he did the best training of the week.
Finally, fight night arrived, and the arena buzzed with palpable energy. Fans from all walks of life filled the seats, eager to witness the clash of two vastly different fighters, one a social media star, the other a living legend. As the announcer's voice boomed through the arena, the excitement reached its peak. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event, Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson." The crowd erupted, a cacophony of cheers and jeers, as both fighters made their way to the ring. Jake stepped into the ring first, the adrenaline surging through his veins. He bounced on his toes, a mixture of excitement and nervous energy coursing through him. Across the ring, Mike Tyson stood stoically, a warrior in his element. The contrast between the two was striking. Jake, with his youthful exuberance, and Mike, with the weight of experience etched across his face. The bell rang, signaling the start of round 1. The opening moments of the fight saw Jake employing his speed, darting around the ring and throwing quick jabs in an attempt to unsettle Mike. "Stay quick. Don't let him catch you," Jake whispered to himself, focusing on his strategy. However, Mike remained composed, absorbing the punches with a calculated poise that only a seasoned fighter could muster. "This kid has no idea what he's in for," Mike thought, his eyes tracking Jake's movements with hawk-like precision. As the rounds progressed, the tide began to turn. Jake, though quick and agile, found himself struggling to maintain the frenetic pace. Mike's experience shone through as he gradually began to dictate the rhythm of the fight. Jake's bravado began to wane. The reality of facing a boxing legend settled heavily on his shoulders. "You won't take me down that easily," he shouted defiantly after taking a solid hit, but even he could feel the shift in momentum. The fight reached a pivotal turning point in the later rounds. Mike, sensing weakness, unleashed his power, landing a series of punishing blows that left Jake reeling. The crowd gasped as Jake stumbled back after a powerful right hook caught him off guard. It was a moment of reckoning, the fight unfolding in ways that the young contender hadn't anticipated. "I can't let him break me," Jake thought desperately as he tried to regroup. But Mike was relentless, moving in for the kill. In the final round, both fighters were visibly fatigued, yet Mike's experience proved to be the deciding factor. He closed in on Jake, who was struggling to maintain his composure. "You're just a kid playing with fire," Mike taunted, his voice low and confident. In a swift motion, Mikey unleashed a powerful combination that sent Jake crashing to the canvas. The crowd erupted, a mix of shock and exhilaration sweeping through the arena as the referee began the count. As Jake struggled to rise, determination flickered in his eyes. "This isn't over," Mikey muttered weakly, but the reality was clear. Mike Tyson stood victorious, raising his arms in triumph as the crowd cheered. The fight was a testament to the power of experience and respect within the sport, a lesson that Jake was learning the hard way. In the aftermath, Jake sat in a post-fight interview, bruised but defiant. "I learned a lot tonight. Respect the game, respect the fighters. I'll be back," he stated, a fire still burning in his eyes. His resolve was palpable, and though he had faced a crushing defeat, he was determined to rise from the ashes, ready to fight another day. Meanwhile, Mikey reflected on the bout, the challenges that lay ahead, and the respect he now felt for the younger fighter. "That kid has potential, but he needs to earn respect. This sport isn't for children," he remarked, acknowledging the talent Jake possessed despite his immaturity. As the camera faded to black, capturing both fighters walking away from the ring, a sense of mutual respect began to brew beneath the surface. The clash between In the end, it's clear, respect the legends. Tyson has earned his place in boxing history, while Jake is still trying to figure out how to navigate the basics. Let's hope he learns that sarcasm and showmanship don't win fights, they just make for good memes. Thanks for tuning in to Quick Rundowns. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more hilarious and insightful commentary on the wild world of boxing. Until next time, keep your gloves up and your sarcasm sharper.
Get off!